lie to you, doesn't matter what I do. She's got a hold on me. She knows how to drive a truck, but she lets me pick her up when we're going dancing. My heart stops beating when my headlights shining on her. She's my country girl. I couldn't tell you what she's doing with me. She's so damn out of my league. She's a little bit crazy on the weekends, dancing in her red dress, and I love the way she looks in my eyes. And I'm feeling like midnight's getting closer, and I just wanna hold her in my arms till the sun comes up. She's a little bit country, yeah, she's my country girl. She's a little bit country, yeah, she's my country girl. She can let her hair down, but got her feet on the ground. I can't get enough of her. She can drive me so wild, just with that sweet smile, and there's nobody else for me. My heart starts racing every time I'm looking at her. She's my country girl. I couldn't tell you what she's doing to me. She's so damn out of my league. She's a little bit crazy on the weekends, dancing in her red dress, and I love the way she looks in my eyes. And I'm feeling like midnight's getting closer, and I just wanna hold her in my arms till the sun comes up. She's a little bit country, yeah, she's my country girl. She's a little bit country, yeah, she's my country girl. Guitar. Yeah. All right. Wouldn't lie to you, doesn't matter what I do. She's got a hold on me. Ha. She's a little bit crazy on the weekends, dancing in her red dress, and I love the way she looks in my eyes. And I'm feeling like midnight's getting closer, and I just wanna hold her in my arms till the sun comes up. She's a little bit country, yeah, she's my country girl. She's a little bit country, yeah, she's my country girl.
These two flowers were built by a local artist. She made them out of recycled bicycle parts. I think that is a very cool trait, so I'd like to point these out up here on the right while I pass them. I think they're pretty cool. There's a big waterfall on the right side. Like I said, this area is man-made. There's no natural flow, so the waterfall keeps it moving. And we're also going to see that on our way back. If you'd like to take a look to the right side, and then over the wall, up there, you'll see the Tower of America. On the right side, it stands at about 750 feet tall. There's an observation deck up there and a restaurant. And the restaurant spins very slowly, but it does spin, so you can see the city below you when you're eating. Now we are going to be coming up on a really big statue up ahead of us. I want you guys to grab your cameras out. This is one of my favorite statues. I also think this is one of the best angles we can get of her, so kind of coming up ahead of us. Her name is Landi. In English, we call her the Stargazer, because she's holding a star and she's gazing at it. She's the newest art sculpture out here. We got her 2 years ago during spring break, so this was her birthday week. She just turned 2. She's made out of volcanic rock, and all of the rock comes over from a volcano in Mexico. They stacked up a little over 80 blocks, so she's about 16 feet tall back here, and then that star she's holding up top is made out of marble instead. So this is the Stargazer back there. We're gonna go through this section. We're entering another different area of the Riverwalk. This is called the River Center extension. So pretty much everything in here is called River Center, and it was kind of made as an extension to get to River Center. So along the right side, we're gonna pass by some boats. We're gonna pass by some people. This is one of our ticket locations, River Center. Hi, Timothy. Same deal, same tour out here. It's just a different starting point. We're gonna pass them by. This is one of our bigger locations. They also sell frozen margaritas back here. If you want to grab your cameras out up ahead of us, we're gonna be coming up on the mall. Sort of a bigger building. We're gonna go around this big circle in the middle. We're gonna go in a big circle. We're gonna go around that cement section. Up ahead of us, the mall opened up in 1988. It's 3 stories tall. There's over 100 stores inside. There is a Lego Discovery Land, a Sea Life Aquarium, and a Dave & Buster's inside the mall. There's 2 movie theaters back here. There's an IMAX and an AMC theater. So you can catch a movie at the mall if you also wanted to do that, which is kind of funny. There's bungee jumping on the first floor where the food court is, which is a strange spot to put some bungee jumping, but they have it down there. And then way up top on the 3rd floor, there's an obstacle course. They put you in a harness, they send you through the course, and you actually have to zip line across the mall. That's just up top, if you want to check that out. If you are interested in the mall today, their hours are a little bit different. They open up around noon. They're open from noon till about 6 p.m. They have shorter hours on Sundays, so just a heads up if you did want to check them out. We've kind of gone around the little loop now. As we're leaving, you might notice that there are a couple of restaurants through this area, and that's okay, there should be. They are mostly chains though. There's a Hooters, a Margaritaville, a Land Shark, and a Sugar Factory out here. And these are all some very good restaurants, but they are also all chains. So I want you to check them out. You can find them just about anywhere. I'd rather you check them out. I'd rather you check out the local spots, kind of out at Restaurant Row. I think it's one of the better spots to check out. That's where I would send you first. You can absolutely check these out back here. I can't stop you. I will stop you, but I might change. We're going to be leaving this section. One more time, the Stargazer is up there on the left side. I've already talked about her, so I won't mention her again, but she is up on the left if you want another photo. From here, we're going to be taking a right turn. There's going to be another statue along the right side. This time it's going to be a man. Hello. It's going to be a man holding a baby, so if you want to take a look to the right side, you can take a photo of him. He is important to our city. His name is St. Anthony. St. Anthony in Spanish is going to be San Antonio. So that's the name of the city we're in. That's also the name of the river that we're kind of flowing on. They're both named San Antonio. They do share that name, and we get it from St. Anthony. So that's why we have his statue. He's from the 12th century. He's the patron saint of children and lost animals. If you ever lose anything, if you really want to find something, you can talk to him. It is 15 miles of sidewalk. It goes all throughout San Antonio, 15 miles north and south. So it is a very, very big section. The boat rides will cover about 2 miles in total, but you can absolutely walk the rest of it. It is just a very big commitment. We're going to pass by a lot of these vendors that are coming up on the right side again. They do have a lot of cool stuff out here. They're starting to open up a little bit more as we're going down, so if you do want to check them out, now's a great time to kind of just peek at them. Or if you've been here before and you kind of want to go back to the same little shop, sometimes they hop around the different spaces. They might be a little further down. Hello. From here, we're going to go ahead and take a left left turn. We're gonna be exiting the man-made. On the other side is the real river one more time, and here's Casa Rio once again, so all those colorful umbrellas pop up. We're leaving the 5-foot section. We're coming back out to about 3 feet of water here.
Ya hemos llegado aquí. Ya, ¿aquí nos subimos o qué?
As we're going forward, there's going to be a boat and then some people coming up on the right side. This is going to be the last of our ticket locations. So we actually do tours out of 3 areas. Along the right side, this is one of them. We call it Astoria. You guys don't have to worry about them too much. We're going to pass it by pretty quickly. You can wave at them if you'd like, and they might wave back, but it's okay if they do not. From here, I'm going to have you guys take a look to my left side, and I want you guys to look all the way up at this hotel. On the left, this is called the Hilton Palacio del Rio, and this hotel has a very cool story. They only built it because of a bet. The bet was if they could build the hotel in less than 9 months, they'd pay $1 for the whole thing. There was a lot to wager on a bet, but they only paid $1 in the end. They started off building the first 4 floors and the elevator shaft in the middle on site. Simultaneously, they built every single room up there about 7 miles away in a warehouse. Every room was fully furnished. They had the towels in the towel racks, toilet paper on the toilet paper rolls, TVs connected, balconies inside, paintings in the walls, beds were made. Everything you can imagine inside of a hotel room, they were inside these back here. Every room was picked up one by one with a crane, and they stacked them up like Legos on top of the building. They stacked about 35 rooms every single day. They stacked about 500 rooms in 49 days. From start to finish, it took about 202 working days. There was no weekends and there was no holidays. It was just Monday through Friday. They worked for about 7 months. It was faster than their 9-month time limit, so they won the bet back then, and they only paid $1 for the entire hotel. If you take a look at the rooms back here, you'll notice that they go in and they go out as the floors rise, and that was to kind of balance out the building as they were stacking. It also provides privacy for every single room up there, every single patio. And we're going to come around this curve. We're going to be entering this section ahead of us. This is called the Arneson River Theater. It's an outdoor amphitheater. Like I said, we're going to be having a parade starting around 1 o'clock. So this is them kind of finalizing the decorations out here. This is where one of the main parts is going to be happening. So we're going to kind of pass through here. Headed through this section, the Arneson has an entrance to La Vita all the way on the left side. You can kind of go up the stairs. La Vita means little village in English. Here in our city, it's a historic village that dates back to 1722. It is a very old section. Today they have lots of shops. There's a little bit of a festival up there if you want to check it out for St. Patty's. There's shops, there's dining, there's drinking up there. It's a lot of cool experiences if you want to check it out. Back here, the Arneson, it has that stage back there. It has the audience back there on the left side. So if you happen to walk through this section again, you'll be seeing part of the parade. I think this is a beautiful area just because of this tree that's on the right side. I think it's very, very cool it's growing like that. But you can take some photos as we're cruising down. There are going to be a lot of these bigger trees as we go a little further out. They're still getting some of their leaves back, but it is nice to see that they're actually getting their leaves back. This section has a lot of bald cypress trees. These are the bigger ones. They're between 100 and 300 years old out here, so they're very big. Along the right side, there is this statue here. Along the right, this is called Camino de Galvez. It represents the cattle drive that happened early on throughout Texas and eventually came down San Antonio. Now, the cattle drive is kind of fun. It's the reason we have one-ways along the street level. Back then, it was a lot easier to direct cattle if everything was going one way, so they built a bunch of them, and then they kind of stuck around, and they still stick around today, so we use it along the street. We're going to go under this bridge. This bridge is really low, so try to watch your heads. It's also cast iron, so please don't hit your heads. You should be okay. I'm just warning you guys as we get a little closer. And then when you drive through the bridge, you're going to notice that it has a lot of bolts on it. The bolts are pretty much everywhere. They're on the left side, they're on the right side, they're even up above us. This bridge was entirely bolted together. There was absolutely no welding done, so it is just these bolts that keeps it up. And this bridge is very old. It's been here since 1886.
Se ve bonito esa toma.
I did tell you guys we're on a real river. This river is natural. Would you guys believe me if I said we also had islands? Because we do, islas. Along the right side, hello. The parade's at 1. Coming up on the right side, we're going to have Marriage Island. Oh, people get married back here. We call it Marriage Island. love this area because it's a little bit quieter. It's a little bit calmer. There's a boat behind us, so it won't be quite as quiet, but one of our little birds just kind of flew up there. That's kind of cool. You don't typically see that bird up here. She's gathering some leaves up there, some twigs. A lot of our native birds have started coming back along the Riverwalk, so we have seen like an influx of newer, but are still like native birds throughout the city. So that's pretty cool. It just flew out. As we're coming down here, I want you to take a look to the left side. I want you to look to the very top 2 floors up here, and I want you guys to find the gargoyles. All the way up top, there's gargoyles. They hang out about 4 feet over the edge where all the corners are. This building is called the Tower Life Building. It was built in 1929. It was the first tower in San Antonio. The building was built for about $3 million, but it was 1929. Only 4 months later, the stock market crashed. The stock market crashed and they lost their building. They built it for $3 million, and then they sold it for $300,000. That was it. And we're going to keep going forward. I do want you guys to turn around and take a look back at the Tower Life Building. From this angle, it should look like a ship that's facing out towards the river. I'm going to honk my horn so you guys can get the full experience. All you got to do is look back there. Do you guys see it? Maybe. This first section down here should be the bow of the ship. It's the pointy part that's facing the river. The rest of the building going up should be the rest of the ship. Just in case. And then we're going to go forward. We're going to be taking a right turn. This section we're coming out to is called the Flood Prevention Channel. So it actually drops down to 15 feet of water out here. Please don't fall in. We're going to be driving down, and I want you guys to look at this bridge up ahead of us. Up in front of us, there's a bridge, there's a gate, and there's some people, hello, hanging out up there. They're looking at all the locks. There's locks up there. This is called our Love Locks Bridge.
Oh, it's so cute! I love it.
Are you guys putting one on? Oh my gosh! So it's a tradition in the city that if you want to show your commitment, you can just got married, anything like that. You can go to the bridge with a lock and a key. You put the lock up there just like that, and then you're both supposed to throw the keys into the river. So it signifies your love forever. Just like that. The lock is locked, the keys are gone. It stays up there forever, which is very, very cool. The reason we have a section like this is because we actually did have a flood.
Lo que quiero encontrar es el amarre que hicieron.
The water came about 10 feet high. We're only on the street level. It came 10 feet, or only on the river level. It came 10 feet higher than the street level. So up in front of us is going to be this bridge here. I want you guys to look at this bridge ahead of us. The very top railing is just the street. If you imagine 10 feet higher than that railing, that's how high the water was back in 1921. If that's still very hard to imagine, you can look along this right side, and that's cement along the top there. That's about how high the water was. It was a lot of water. It was very scary for the city. So they built this section. They also built 5 fronts along with it. And they worked together to maintain the water level to make sure it doesn't get high anymore. A lot of the weather has changed since then. We don't get quite as much rain as we used to. We did get a lot last night, which is kind of an anomaly. But usually we get about 300 days of sun. Yeah, we get 300 days out here. So we have 65 days where it's just kind of a free-for-all. 65 days where it might be cold. We're going to go ahead and take a right turn. We're going to go through this little section here. This area we're about to come into takes us back to the natural portion of the river, but the bridge that we're about to go through is going to be one of our floodgates. So I told you guys we have 5 of them. This bridge up ahead is one of them that actually comes down. It takes about 15 minutes to close. There's a rubber seal right at the bottom. So as we drive through, the seal's above our heads. And then from here going forward, it's safe from flooding. The area behind us was the flood channel. Like I said, it's 15 feet back there. Now that we're back in here, we're going into the natural river. Now from here, I picked you guys up on the right side. I'm going to go ahead and drop you off on the left side. We are coming to the end of the tour. If you want to get back over to the right, you can take that bridge that is straight ahead. That bridge is going to be famous from our movie, Sabina. The movie Selena. It's our famous Selena Bridge. So it's the bridge up ahead.
Oh, sí.
Jennifer Lopez played Selena Quintanilla, okay? Like I said, we are coming to the end of the tour. I'm going to go ahead and drop you off on the left side. It'll take me a quick second to dock the boat and tie everything down. So for now, I want you guys to stay seated. If I can have you all look around, try to make sure you have everything. Grab your phones, your cameras, your wallets, your purses, your children, everyone and everything. Grab them. Please take them with you. One more time back here. My name is Diamond, Captain Diamond. Thank you guys for your time on the tour. Hope you enjoyed it and you learned something new out here. If you took lots of photos, then that is perfect. I hope you were able to. If you enjoyed the tour, you can always thank your boat captain with a tip for a job well done. Tipping is allowed, it is accepted, it is absolutely appreciated. So I have a little tip jar, and I will leave it up top. For now, I do want you guys to stay seated. I'll let you know when it is safe to get off. You guys stay safe out there, stay cool out there. Enjoy the rest of your time in San Antonio. Have a great rest of your night. Thank you.
A ver qué tal sale.
I ain't got no money the first week of the month. Right up into orbit, my chick's the only bound. A landlord thinks a problem, a rent being overdue. What possible solution? I haven't got a clue. But at the end of the day, at the end of the day, yeah, it's all that matters. Oh, I pray just to feel good at the end of the day. I've loaned on my possessions on all that I can claim. I ain't got a single penny to my name. My neighbor says he's bothered by what I cannot see. He says that I can launder falls what clothes should be. But at the end of the day, the end of the day, it's all that matters. Oh, I pray just to feel good at the end of the day. At the end of the day, at the end of the day, yeah, it's all that matters. Oh, I pray just to feel good at the end of the day. At the end of the day, you gotta feel good at the end of the day. It's all that matters. Oh, I pray just to feel good at the end